Hello, this is Dr. James George of Excel Physical Therapy and Wellness, and I'm Glenn W. Hunter of Hunter and Beyond LLC. And today we're here to talk about homeopathy and COVID-19 and the relationship that it's having right now, not just with our well-being, but really from a broader standpoint, just both health, economy, and life in general. Um, Dr. George, um, let's just jump right in. You know, when you think about what's happening in our environment right now with COVID-19 and the impact that it's having, what is unique about COVID-19 that has made it so disruptive to American life?
COVID-19 is a mutated cold virus. Now, because it is mutated, we don't have the antibodies to this virus. Growing up, we all have been exposed to a lot of viruses and bacteria, and at the time, we would have developed fever, and our bodies would have produced antibodies. Same with we all have caught cold in the past, right? As we grew up, so we have developed antibodies for this cold virus. But COVID-19 is it's called novel. It's a new virus which is new to our immune system. So when somebody gets infected with COVID-19, as they don't have the antibodies, the immune system is not able to recognize it, and it considers it as a foreign species, foreign. So what it does is it starts producing the antibodies and also starts attacking the virus to kill it, right? But the virus wants a host. It wants to proliferate, wants to grow more. It wants to produce more of its own kind. It wants to live. It wants to eat. So what it does, it gets into the human body, especially the ones who don't have an optimal immune system. That is what is the difference right now compared to the other infections. So it is a new novel virus whose whose is different from what we have been exposed to in the past.
So we have this new virus, and again, it just almost has extraordinary potential to just impact us. And it's literally, with the pandemic, it's changed the way we approach life. Um, Looking at your practice, how do your techniques and approach to healing help people manage these attacks on their bodies?
So the practice of homeopathy, we look at homeopathy is a system of medicine where it actually works on your immune system, because the remedies we take are so much diluted. It is diluted to the point there are research papers which say it's similar to nanomedicine. So people actually take the homeopathic remedies and it's sublingual. They put it under their tongue, it gets absorbed and through your cells, and it activates a series of immune reaction through your immunoglobulins when you take the homeopathy remedies. Now, when people who are either affected by this any kind of infection, what homeopathy does is people who have low immune system, it helps improve the immune system. People whose immune system is working too much or it's activating too much, there is not optimal immune system. For example, people with allergies or people with lot of immune diseases. Those people like SLE, scleroderma, these are all autoimmune disorders. Such people are more prone for infections because their immune system is not optimal. We call homeopathy as an immune modulator. For example, you give a scale of 0 to 10. From the scale of 0 to 3 or 4 is low immunity. And if you give it 7 to 10 is the immune system is acting too much. What we need is a happy 4 to 6. That's what homeopathy helps you to have, because it's an immune modulator. So people with low immune system and who are more prone for infection, it helps improve the immune function. And people with who are ending up in having autoimmune health problems, and also the term I mentioned in my previous video called the cytokine storm. So when people have such a cytokine storm, it attacks their body. Cytokine storm is an inflammatory byproduct of the infection on our body. So this cytokine actually they go and attack the virus to kill the virus. But people who doesn't have optimum immune system, the cytokines are produced too much, which not only attack the virus, it attacks our own body as well. That's where homeopathy comes. It modulates the immune system so that you are able to have not too much of production of the cytokines, and as a result, not ending up in fibrosis of the lungs. That's what's happening with right now with the viral infection recently, and which causes people to end up in ICU and put them on. They are going on ventilators. Some people even die. So what we see is homeopathy. The right remedy, right homeopathic remedy, modulates your immune system.
I mean, as you're describing the impact that you're able to have with homeopathy, you know, you're have the capacity for some amazing results. But for some of our newer listeners, they may not be as familiar with the fundamentals. Can you give a quick overview of just how homeopathy works and why it is such a powerful way to approach such ailments?
Homeopathy is working on three main principles. First principle is like cures like. We match your symptoms to plant-based or mineral-based substances which are diluted so much that there is no measurable material in it, but it is similar to nanomedicine. When it is consumed, it activates the immune system. The second principle is we give it in very small doses, right? So that way it is not toxic, all right? The third one is we actually give only one remedy at a time, one homeopathic remedy at a time to see what is the action on your body. So that is why homeopathy involves, we send you a questionnaire to fill up the questionnaire. And once you send the questionnaire to us, we narrowed down from 2,500 homeopathic remedies to a few remedies. And we have an interview for an hour to find the correct remedy which would match your mental, emotional, and physical symptoms. And when the correct remedy is taken, your immune system is activated such a way that it helps attack actually activates the immune system to attack the viral infection. And there are systematic reviews of randomized controlled trials done on homeopathy that it has been helpful in healing upper respiratory tract infections. So what we are looking at is you're preventing somebody from developing lung issues while they have developed an upper respiratory tract infection. So homeopathy is a preventive kind of medicine.
Very important. Very important. Okay. You know, it's interesting some of the social dynamics that we're seeing through this. As our audience can tell, we're in two different locations, making sure that we're practicing social distancing. Again, not just advocating good, healthy choices, but literally demonstrating them and how we operate. And I commend you, Dr. George, for enforcing that with us so that we're being responsible and good examples. But you know, on the other side, another facet of that is what's happening in the marketplace. You know, instead of healthcare, we now have health scare. And when that happens, how do your practice treat people with this heightened fear that's going on in addition to COVID-19?
Yeah, homeopathy is a whole person care. Homeopathy helps heal your mind, emotions, as well as physical health issues. So when we perform an interview, we ask you the symptoms of your mind and emotions as well, like anxiety, depression, hopelessness, um, all these mental health issues, phobias, difficulty concentration, sleeplessness, feeling fatigue. All these things we actually take it into consideration. Now, you could call our office by calling 909-792-5050. What we do is and we take your email address and we send you a questionnaire. You fill up the questionnaire and send it to us, and we will set up an interview. We can do that Zoom or Skype or even FaceTime over the phone, and we will discuss your symptoms, what you filled in your questionnaire, and we'll arrive at the correct remedy, which can help heal your mental and emotional health issues, along with your physical health issues, which is if you have any kind of a upper respiratory tract infection or allergies, homeopathy can help.
Indeed. So, piggybacking on that, you provide online consultation, also known as telehealth. How does that work in such a way that you're able to give such great results?
So, because of this, physical distancing, social distancing, many people, don't want to venture out of their home, and that is what being asked of us to stay home. Only the essential workers the frontline workers are working. So, in a way, that is helpful to contain the spread of the virus, especially to people who are very vulnerable. Like people, there is there is a research backup which is saying that people who have history of diabetes, high blood pressure, autoimmune diseases, heart disease, asthma, history of cancer or on cancer treatments, and on who have had a organ transplant, and who are on immunosuppressive drugs. These people need to be protected, and especially very young children and elderly people, 60 plus, they need to be protected. They are vulnerable. So such people can stay at home and give us a call, and then we will set up the appointment. We'll get the ball rolling. They don't need to come over here. We can do everything online, telehealth consultation.
Outstanding, very convenient, very effective. So you've shared a lot of information, a lot of approaches, a lot of knowledge with regards to COVID-19 and its disruptive abilities to our body and obviously our society. What can be done by the individual so that your solution uniquely contributes to their well-being?
So what we have found is the immune function. When you have good immune health, when you have optimal immune health, we're not saying if you're exposed to the virus, you're not going to get infected. Get infected, but your body can fight it. How do you maintain? So just like, people get infected by the influenza, the flu virus every year. Even people who have had flu shots have ended up in having influenza and having the flu. There is research showing that the reason is the vaccine has not been effective. Is those people's immune system is not optimal. So what we need to do is, for any other infection, we need to improve our immune system's health by taking vegetables and fruits, especially which are loaded with vitamin C, D, and A, and also exercising regularly, and taking like half a teaspoon of coconut oil and applying it on your tongue and let it spread onto your throat. There's a compound called monolaurin in it, and that actually helps break the protein covering of the virus. So the virus is not viable anymore when its protein covering called the capsid is broken open. All right. So coconut oil helps with that. So having coconut oil every day, or even if when you feel a sore throat, you feel like you're going to have you're having an itching or sore throat, and you try having a little coconut oil. That will help as well. But again, people who have whose immune system is not optimal, they are more prone for infection. So such people could give us a call at 909-792-5050, and we will help set up the appointment, and we can find the correct homeopathic remedy. What homeopathic remedy would do is help your immune system to work optimally to fight the infection.
Outstanding. Dr. George, we covered quite a bit of ground today. Can you give them that number one more time so that they know they can reach out to you directly and benefit from your knowledge and your techniques in terms of healing?
Yeah, our office, Excel Physical Therapy and Wellness, is on Tennessee Street in Redlands, California. You could call us at 909-792-5050, and also visit our website, excelrehabandwellness.com. Or you can also Google our business, Excel Physical Therapy and Wellness, Redlands, California.
Once again, Dr. James George, he's here to help. He has a wealth of wisdom, and he's getting results with creating healthier people in the Inland Empire and beyond. Please come back and visit with us again in the future as we get our weekly podcast out. And then, Dr. George, I thank you for the insight and the impact you're making on our community with your health and healing.
Thank you. Thank you, Mr. Glenn Hunter.